Hello and welcome. This is Chrisanne. I'm coming at you from Elemental Energies with Chrisanne. I'm out on my very windy deck. Very windy. We're going to be getting a storm tonight. So let's get cracking and make some of these. So I'm kind of on a watercolor kick. If you've been following me for the last few days, we made some floral bookmarks. We made some sort of whimsical birds that we turned into cards. If you didn't see these videos, go back and check those out. They have been a lot of fun. And we've been working all week with metallic watercolors. I'm using the Artsy metallic set. I did get this on Amazon. And today we are going to be doing just simple shapes. If you can't, or you're not confident enough in your watercolor skills and abilities, we are just doing shapes. And then we are doodling over them. So let's get started with these. So we are doing cards, and then we are doing bookmarks. Same thing. Oops, mine is blowing away. Hold on. So the bookmarks are 1 3/4 by 4, 1 3/4 by 4 3/4. And the cards are 5 by 3.5 by 5. Okay? 3.5 by 5, 1 3/4, 4 3/4. Those are the two. I am using watercolor paper. We're going to mount it on cardstock and decorative paper at the end. So let's get started getting some watercolor on these. So I decided we're going to do two things. Last time I sort of broke it up into just a card video or a watercolor bookmark video. We're going to do both. So I did already go through and wet my watercolors, but I'm going to do this again. I don't have my little water spritzer thing, so I'm just doing a drop of water on each one. It doesn't really matter that I'm sort of blending all the colors because they get blended with me anyways. Not a big deal. And you can see some of them are still wet because I was just using them. Most of the time I like to spritz these, in all honesty. Okay, let me clean off my brush. All we're going to be doing is pick colors you like. So let's do some green. And you know what I do is I do both at the same time. I do a card and a bookmark at the same time. You can put the bookmark inside the card to give as a gift. So let's do squares and rectangles. If it's not a perfect square, who cares? If it's not a perfect rectangle, it's okay. The watercolor police will not show up at your door. Now here's the trick with this. So I'm picking a different color. I want it to overlap and I want it to blend. See how it's blending? It's blended. See how pretty that is? Let's do the exact same thing. Oops, 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 oops. Oh darn. Here, let me fix that. I'm just gonna make this a bigger rectangle or square. Come back in. And I like it to seep into each other. Share some colors. Just simple shapes. sharing colors. And I mean, if all you want to do is make bookmarks, this is such a simple gift. Easy thing to make for craft fair season, which is right around the corner. Trust me, I'm trying to get ready. Although yesterday I did get a whole bunch of my crystals packed. Yay! That was a chore. Because they're big, huge, gigantic crystals. They're showstoppers. So I'm just coming through and I'm just overlapping as I go. And you can see it blends a little bit. Let me pick this up. Isn't that pretty when it blends into that? That's what you want. Well, at least that's what I want. You do what you want. Should we do one more here? Let's see. Let's do orange. I'm not going by color theory or any of that, obviously. Obviously, you can see I'm not. Let's see. Maybe do a little bit up here. There. The hardest part of this is having the patience to let this dry. So let's put those over there. Let's make a couple more. Let's see. Let's do some purple. Purple. To me, it's easier when I get two things done at once. You don't have to. You do what works for you. Keep in mind, I'm making things for the fair, so I need a whole bunch of stuff. Let's do some gold. So if you've been following along with my saga, my bathroom saga. I haven't had water in 2 months. Going to bronze next. And that has been a challenge of challenges. My friend drove all the way up from down south to up north because no plumbers wanted to return phone calls. Gutted my bathroom. I had a major water leak. Gutted my bathroom. Got everything ship shape. Helped me with other aspects of my house. I have a stunningly beautiful bathroom now. Just gorgeous. She did take out all the floors right down to the studs. All the walls down to the studs. Yeah, it was a thing. It was a thing. And I have a stunningly beautiful bathroom. Stunning, stunning. I'm just so happy. And today, my son and I are going to go out and buy like a fluffy rug for the bathroom. I'm getting all new shower curtains and everything. Everything just had to get trashed. everything got all wet and it was just gross. So that's those. There is a bee right by me. Let me move him along. Or hornet. Maybe it's a hornet. Ah, now there's two. Okay. Okay, let me give you a close-up of this. So today we're going to go out and buy like fluffy rugs. We're going to get new towels, new stuff. Starting afresh. And we're just so excited and we're so happy. So we're going to do that. Okay, I am going to put these aside to dry as well. These are just going to take a moment to dry. In the meantime, I have these two that I already made. Same way, same technique, exact same thing. I grab my pen. Like in my other video, I'm using a Micron 02. This is the black one. It is an archival pen. It's fantastic. I love it. And we are going to be doing just stylized drawings. You don't have to be a gifted artist to be able to do just simple stylized drawings. All I'm doing is a curved line up, 2 parentheses, connected, parenthesis, parenthesis, they're connected. I left a space. Leave a space over here and go. 2 more parentheses, touching. Over here, 2 more parentheses, sort of touching, touching. And I make them a little bit bigger as I go down the stem, in theory. And I turn my paper. Makes it so much easier for me. There. I'm not doing little lines, connecting them. I don't need to. Now, on this one, and on my bookmark, like I wrote the word grow. This one I wrote be free. What should we write here? Let's write love. Super simple. If you want to come in round the corners, fantastic, you do that. And then I'm putting this on top of, this is a Stampin' Up! Paper on top of a card. I already had this glued and ready. I'm using double stick tape. Very, very, very simple cards. And they're quick, you know. I did a whole series of those bird cards the other day and I gave them to my friend that came to do my bathroom. And I gave them in one of those folios that we made the other day from that, the book of the constellation and all that stuff from the sky. Check out that video. So I used one of those. I took 8 of my watercolor cards, put them in it, and I just said, you know, this is a little thank you. He sends out cards. So I knew he would appreciate that. Sometimes he watches my videos. My nails are completely broken because I've been helping with all the construction stuff. Okay, simple card. All we had to do was wait for the paint to dry. Now, if you want to come in and do some gold splatters, go ahead. You have to wait even longer for that, but that's fine. So here's that card. Let's put that over there. This bookmark is dry, so let's do a bookmark. So we're just going to do sort of a swooped line. in those parentheses again, connected parentheses. And I just make them bigger as I go down the stem. Now, if you wanted to do polka dots there in that top one, you want to do lines. Oops, everything's so windy here. Lines in that one. Let's do squiggle lines in that one. Let's do this one in half with polka dots. And then boulder lines in that one. Writing out loud, I'm running out of, let's see, doodles. I did squiggles, I did dots. Let's just do little triangles. Little teeny tiny triangles. And what should I do over here on this one? You know what, let's do little swirls. There. So there's that one. It's all sort of doodled. Let's see. And what should we write? So we did love on the other one. So let's do live. Live. There. These are so much fun to just have fun and doodle. This is part of creativity and your self-expression. And frankly, if you give this to a kid, they'll come up with 10 times better ideas than the adults come up with sometimes. Kids have amazing ideas. This one I just did all polka dots. This one. So, have fun with it. Let's see if these are dry. I have a feeling they are not. But let's peek. So that is still wet up there. Still wet. Still wet. That's dry, that's dry, that's dry, that's wet. Okay, that's dry everywhere except for there. So let's avoid that. And let's do another one. I think the deer are in the woods right over there. I'm hearing something going on over there. Something big. See how simple? These take 2 seconds. Let's see. I did grow, I did live, I did be free, I did love. Let's do create. Create. That one over there. Let's check this one. This is still wet here. You can do whatever doodle you want. I just like this sort of fern, sort of exaggerated fern kind of design. And you can leave it just like that. How simple. Super simple. This one, it's still wet right there, so I'm going to avoid that one. That's wet right there, and I just put my finger in it. All right, let's take this one and let's do a little bit of the gold splatter. So let's grab some gold. And I have a section here. Oh, you can't see it. Section here. On my pan, I'm going to grab a couple golds. And let's give this a nice point. And let's come around and we're going to give this a border. To me, the gold dresses anything and everything up. Let's do the border. There. And then let's add some more water here. Where's my pen? Here's my pen. Let's do some splatters. To me, that looks just so elevated with the gold. And you can see the metallic shimmer. Let's do some splatters on these. I'm not going to do the gold line around the edge. Pretty. I hope that shows up. It's pretty. Pretty. And plus, you're using the metallic. See, this is how my table gets so filthy. All right, let's close this up. And let's turn this one into a card. It's gonna get filthy, but that's okay. So I have this, and then I have a whole bunch of papers here. I have a whole bunch of papers, but I'm not picking any of them. Oh, maybe. What's this one? That's pretty. Brings your eye in. I don't think I'm gonna like that one, no. Yep, we're gonna go with that one. I like that. A whole bunch of my art stuff here on the deck. Oop, I'm running out of my tape. I have another one. So I have a whole bunch of art stuff here on my deck, as I do. It's gonna rain tonight. I think we're getting the effects of Hurricane Erin, because the winds are seriously picked up. And I had heard that when the hurricane got to us, I live in the woods, but I'm only 3 miles from the ocean. They were going to close the roads to the beach because they were expecting like 10-foot waves. So it's gonna be a thing. So anyways, I dry my laundry out here on the deck. I have all my art stuff here on the deck. I have to put everything away. But I'm sitting here making cards and bookmarks. As we do, don't we? That is not 100% dry, so I am going to add tape to this. I suggest adding tape to the back of that, in all honesty. But we do what we do. Whoops. So as soon as I'm done this video, I need to go start packing some stuff up around here. It is extremely windy. I had to put my umbrella half down. It's so windy. In fact, I don't know if I'm going to have to take my umbrella out of the holder completely. I might. That's pretty. So we have this one. Well, we have this one too. Oh, I didn't write a word on this one, did I? Where's my pen? Oh. Let's see. Let's do dream. And yes, I write in cursive, and no. Let's see, there's that guy again. That little hornet's back. Okay, you. Let's move on. He likes watercoloring. So we have this. There he is. Can you see him? There he is. Come on. Okay, so we have this one. We have this one. We have this one. We have this one. This one. I do like that gold splatter on it. This one. And then these two. There he is again. Don't sting me, Mr. Hornet. I got stung last. Oh, see? I just flung him with this, so I'll have to fix that one. Okay. So I will do these when they're fully. This isn't fully dry yet. Okay, these still have a little bit more to go. But you see the technique. You see how we did it. Hope you don't have hornets where you're at. How simple, very easy. But it's pretty, it's bright, it's cheerful. You get to use whatever colors you choose. You want to just do it in black and white? Do it in black and white. Whatever works for you. All right, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. Check out my website, elementalenergieswithchrisanne.com. I have a lot of freebies there, free printables, lots of free classes. It's also a place to find my private psychic readings if you're interested in that. I also have a lot of crystals for sale. I'm going to be putting a lot more up for sale. So if there's something you're looking for, let me know. I'm unpacking my big crystals to get ready for a show coming up next month. The Enlightenment Expo. It's going to be at the Fireside Inn and Suites in Portland, Maine. It's going to be September 27th from 10 to 5, $5 admission. I will be speaking at the event, get you in to see the $5 admission gets you into 6 classes that go on as part of your admission, gets you into the show. It's a big show, and there's raffles that go on all day as well. So it's going to be a fun event. Check that out. And please subscribe to this channel. I would really appreciate it. Thanks so much for tuning in. Take care and be free.